a giant. Look at this fish. That is awesome. That is a big walleye. Today on Jon Thelen's Destination-Fish, we start on a late summer Lake Superior trolling bite that holds the potential for both eater-sized fish and trophy fish alike. Jon Thelen's Destination-Fish is brought to you by Bandit Lures and Alumacraft Boats. There we go. Oh boy. Whew. That fish buried it. Holy moly.
Here, I'm gonna get this long line out of the way for you.
Yeah, do that. This is a good fish. This is a really good fish. We're trolling high enough that we know there's no way we got hung in the bottom. This is just a big fish. You know, it's funny, Charlie, because to be honest with you, we did not come here thinking that it's gonna be about huge numbers. Came here knowing we got a shot at some big fish, and we're gonna get some eaters along the way. Okay, I'm gonna step forward here. This is where you gotta be so careful. I don't wanna jinx us, but if you're gonna lose a fish pulling boards and trolling cranks, it's right here. Got him, we're good. Yeah, it's a good fish. What do we got going on here?
It's a walleye.
The walleye, it just foul hooked. Well, it's a good eater though. If you want to bring one home. There we go. Well, we're gonna keep looking for that big fish. It's just what happens sometimes. Sometimes and this will happen with these bandits especially. You'll get a deal where they'll get foul hooked sometimes because you've got so many hooks down there.
That's a nice
look at
that. As far as the eater?
Oh, heck yeah, it's 16-inch walleye. It's an awesome eater fish every day of the week. We'll throw him in the live well and we'll get these lines back out. We'll go back to looking for a big one.
Yep.
There you go. There's one. All right, so let's see what we got this time.
Maybe 27 feet was key.
Sometimes you just gotta try stuff and hope. Well, what Charlie's talking about there is slid out a little bit deeper, trying to get his lines out here a little deeper with mine, because I've been getting hit pretty consistently here. We just wanted to get his lines out into this same deeper water. Feels like another good keeper fish. You might want to grab that net.
All right.
We'll scoop them up. I'm gonna show you and tell you a little bit about what we're using. Because you know what? There's yeah, nice walleye. There's a lot of crankbaits out there, but man, I'll tell you what, got himself unhooked, perfect. Yeah. A lot of crankbaits out there, but when it comes down to it, go ahead and step down, just roll right to the middle there, and then we'll deal with this. Great walleye. But when it comes to crankbaiting, there's a lot of cranks in every aisle that you go down. Another great eater fish. But I'll tell you, when it comes to big water trolling in places where you know at the beginning of the day, you're fishing for fish that are eating big baits. That bait right there, pretty doggone hard to beat. This is a Bandit walleye deep. This bait will dive on monofilament all the way down to 27 feet. So even if you're fishing, you know, that midsummer period, deep water, you can get there with a Bandit walleye deep. And man, I'll tell you what, it's just a phenomenal bait. One of the things I'll tell you too, is you want to pay attention to different rattles. And when you're fishing, you know, bigger water, when you're fishing water where you're dealing with walleyes that are eating bigger bait, that bigger, deeper rattle that you find in this Bandit walleye deep, it just grabs their attention. Jon Thelen's Destination-Fish is brought to you by these fine sponsors. There's one.
I turned away for a second.
Yeah, don't turn away for long, huh?
Give you a pretty good gob of bait. Let's get some more.
Little bit of depth change, right? Just goes to show you though, on this open water trolling, don't be afraid to just try some different depths. We've been everywhere from 20 to 30, and this 27, 28, there's just a few more bites. More up fish on the graph, I would say that. Oh yeah, there he is, big fish. Big fish, here we go. I'm gonna bring him right straight to the back of the boat. Big fish.
4 more feet. Ready?
Yep, in the net. That is why I was so fired up this morning. This is a giant. This is a giant. Look at this fish. This is a big fish. Look at this. Look at that. That is what you can do when you troll big baits. Put yourself in a position where the fish can find that bait, and then you go to a body of water like this where this fish lives. Look at that. That is a big walleye.
You can't catch big walleyes unless you go to where big walleyes live.
That's right. That's
a good
awesome.
one. That's a good one.
That is awesome. Man, that's an awesome fish. You know, I always look at trolling and I say there's 4 things that are really, really important. Number 1, you gotta be trolling where there's fish. Number 2, you gotta be able to put your baits, use baits that you can put where the fish will strike them and be trolling above them. Number 3 is you gotta find those right colors and the right action. But man, I think one of the most important pieces is speed. And if you don't got the speed right, man, I'll tell you, that can be the difference between catching fish and not. And I'm talking down to 1/10 of a mile an hour. It can make that much difference. That's why I use Trollmaster. This is the Pro 3, it's a wireless version, but this thing makes it so easy for me to dial in my speed. It's got infinite settings. I mean, it's got like 250 different settings. I can get this thing to barely move that kicker throttle and find that exact speed I need within 1/10 of a mile an hour, no matter what the conditions.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Good fish?
Yes.
Okay. Get this rod out of your way.
Thank you.
You know, one of the things I'll tell you that is really, really cool about Alumacraft boats, I remember back when I used to have to screw my rod holder mounts under the side of the boat, and then you were fixed. It is so nice to have this Alumatrack system, and they'll mount right up to any different style of rod holder you want to use. I use the Panther brand, but these Alumatracks make it so you can set it up just the way you want it. And when you're doing something like what we're doing here today, it's slick to be able to pick exactly how you want it to work. Still there?
Oh yes.
Okay. But that'll make a big difference for you setting up. If we had somebody else in the boat today, I could literally add more Alumatracks to the sidewall and we could run 9 lines. I mean, you can actually make that happen that easy because you have the versatility of that Alumatrack system.
All right.
We're just gonna keep going in. It's a nice walleye.
Okay, I'm gonna...
Right here. Good fish. Great eater size fish. Look at that one.
All right.
I'll get him right out of the net for you. I think I can just get him unhooked. I'll show him to everybody, throw him in the live well. Get right back in. Look at that. Awesome walleye.
Yeah,
It's good stuff. Anywhere you go, right there. Got him? Yep. Yep. He smashed it. I could hear that happen behind me.
You got to run at it from the river mouth. And...
Yeah, you did.
Oh, he's on the surface. Well, it's an eater.
All right, here we go. Looks like a good eater size fish. Boy, you hit it hard. Oh yeah, nice eater size fish. Back hook. Nice one. That right there, my friend, is a great way to wrap up a heck of a fun day. This is a lot of fun, and you know, the opportunity to do this is right here. This is public water. This is a chance to catch a trophy fish, get a bunch of eaters, come out and have a great time, and come out, set those lures at different depths, run some bandits. They flat out catch fish. That's an awesome day. Get out and do some of this. I guarantee you, you'll have a ball, just like we have today. You might even catch one of those big ones. Another great fish. Jon Thelen's Destination Fish has been brought to you by these great sponsors.